Wait a minute. Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 3 of my Let's Play Wars of Napoleon. And the music is quite loud, but it always is at the beginning of the game, so let's go ahead and click resume and see what we have going on. So let's look at the messages. That was one of the events that made Britain and the USA become a little bit more antagonistic toward each other. Spain succeeded in retreating before battle. Oh, that was my naval. This is our military organization. Not really too much going on there. And then we have 38 faction modifiers. Nelson tactics. British admirals have an increased chance to reach assault phase in naval combat. That sounds like that's pretty good. Let's see. Oops. And overseas bases, Navy recovery of +2 health supply and +25 cohesion, and naval bases, picket ships. Chances to intercept naval units leaving port increased by 25%. So this is all good stuff. Grand Navy. Option allow an increasing of the maximum number of battleship squadrons in the force pool by 50%. Full hull fire. Adds 1 to all fire damage and penetration inflicted in naval combat by heavy ships. Free chase tactics increases naval pursuit damage chance by 25%. Well, what I was hoping for is exactly that to happen. Here we have a fleet. Let's target him. Did we click it on? Yep. That's a blockade. Am I blockading them? Is that what's going on here? I don't actually see a blockade icon. I mean, how much can a blockade really do to Napoleon at this point? You'd have to cover every port that they have. I just don't think that's possible. F9. France's morale is at 110. Look at their combat power. Wow. They're only at 109% of my power. Everybody else is less than me. So if we're at war with Spain and France. So that's 145. We're allied to Austria, 142, and I think we're also allied to Prussia, which would make it 174 total. But we're kind of spread out. What are our relations? I need to remind myself to do it this way. With Russia. We are at 10 still. Treaty to reply. No. Treaty sent. No. Treaty available. I don't know. Believes our government style is corrupt and unstable. Really? Right, it's like a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? But okay. Well, Mediterranean fleet took 18 hits. Oh, that's Nelson's fleet. And there's a lot of crap going on here. Alright. Our men have grown somewhat. What's this deal? So let's see what happens. Let's process a turn. We got 500 and something turns left. Surely we can get into a little bit of trouble before then. What do you think? And somebody brought it up on the forums, and I do agree. This is more than just. They went into this game thinking this was just a game about, everybody's taking sides at this point, and it's the coalition against France, and that's it. Which it's a little bit more than that. Everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own desires for their country. Prussia wants to unify Germany. Russia probably has its own issues and problems, and France and England as well, or Great Britain as well. They all have their wants and desires for their country, and they're not all tied into the coalition defeating France or the France defeating the coalition. Now, most of France's goals are to defeat everybody that opposes them, but for nations like Austria and Prussia, it's not all about just fighting France and winning the war. It's building their countries up, making their country strong, keeping their country strong, keeping their economy strong, that sort of thing. So we will see what kind of trouble we'll get into on this turn. Another kind of rough day at work. Got a lot done though. It's just that everybody has issues. Everybody needs something. Everybody is screaming for something. You only have so much time to get everything done. But we're getting there. All right, Great Britain, let's see what you got. Our national morale is at 105. France's national morale is at 110 because they're on the, they've won several, tens or 20 or 30 battles. Looks like we did pretty good. Looks like we lost 700 men, and it looks like they lost almost half of their men. That's not bad. And we're still trying to capture their damn fleets. And everybody takes pot shots at me as I go by. Well, not anything too important happened. Nothing naval-wise happened good. We got bombarded by several We got bombarded by several of these forts that are on the water. That's another thing that's making Great Britain and USA mad at each other again. "30 hits, 29, 40, 38. Damn. Alright, it's time to pull back. We're going to get hit by each one of these forts. Of course, that's a smaller type fort. Let's go to Gibraltar and rest a little bit. What's his deal? Is he... The hell is he doing? Still locked, still locked, still locked, still locked, still locked, still locked. He is not locked. I don't want to screw up too much with this, or screw around too much. This is a little bit tougher to look at. Split units. No, I do not want to split units. He's a 2-star, but I don't think I'm able to make a core. Eight of 11. Shit. Good population, good army, and gifted commander. 552. That's really no match. I don't think I could hold my own against Napoleon and some of his forces, so I don't think I'm going to do anything quite at this point. But that really bugs me. I really want to do something. Did he not unload? Yeah, he's there. And he's there. He's got... Not very strong. Neither one of them. Weight 19, weight 15. Transport 16, 15. I don't think it's going to work. I don't like all that, but it's not much you can do. This is pretty interesting. These messages are pretty interesting. Our war score is 4. We didn't get anything from that battle for some reason. Saxony has declared war against Haiti. France is wanting to visit Berg, and they've agreed. Prussia has been the subject of give expeditionary fleets from Austria. Developed territory. Great Britain is drafting citizens into service in region reading. Develop territory, develop territory, develop territory. A lot of merchant fleet messages. Sir James Henry Craig has been congratulated. Coot has been congratulated. Those are both of my generals in Haiti. Hopefully that means that they are close to overall victory. I have 10,000 pounds. Changes from merchant ship, 717 a turn. That's not too shabby. Let's see what we have here. Supplies to Sweden. Supplies. Preliminary bombardment. We're at 116. Oh, wait a minute. We're at 100% with them. Oh. Yeah. Why not? Oh, yeah, maybe the same with Prussia. Yeah. Why not? Let's go ahead and save. Is anything going on up here? He's unlocked, but he's not a very strong formation. Do I have any fleets up here? No, not there. Nope. I don't really see any fleets. Some garrisons. Alright, well, let's process a turn. He's locked. He's locked. He's locked. He's locked. What's going on here? See, he is not locked. I wonder. Somebody was saying that traditionally Great Britain went after Spain or Portugal and then attacked from there into Spain, and or they allied with Portugal and then they attacked into Spain and thwarted Napoleon somewhat in Spain. I'm wondering if we can do that. Where is Portugal? Come out, Portugal. Please don't tell me I'm going to have to click all the way through. Portugal, 97. Offer coalition. Membership. They're at 97. Let's save our turn and process. I don't know the history of Spain as it relates to Portugal. I don't think they were that friendly at most times. I'm not positive, but I wouldn't think that they would be that friendly because they competed somewhat in South America for those colonies. So I would think there was some friction between them during the 1800s and the 1700s. How much, I don't know. But somebody did suggest trying to ally with Portugal and then using Portugal as a base of operations in Spain. And yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting to see how you knock a country out of the war if they just surrender or they handle that in To End All Wars. I watched that Random Gamer's first really big Let's Play where he was not Great Britain, but Germany, or the Axis, not the Axis. The Axis is World War II. He was part of the, um, hell, I don't know what they were called in World War One, but he was playing the Kaiser and Austria against the Entente, and he had Great Britain on the verge of quitting the war for 2 years, and they never quit. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case in this game. I'm hoping that if we capture enough people or enough towns, defeat enough of their forces, that they will be knocked out of the war or become, our puppet, which would be even nicer because then we could march across their land at any given time for any reason and attack France from the south. That would be interesting. Maybe that's what I'll do. But I've got to have forces that have unlocked on some level. I've got to have my forces unlocked. And I don't know how to unlock them. I don't know if it's event driven. If it is, that event needs to go ahead and fire. Because I want to get into the meat of this game. Yeah. Every swinging blankety blank in a French fort takes a shot at us as we sail by or steam by. I guess it's sail. I guess it's still the age of sail in the early 1800s. Steamships, I think, didn't start until what? 1850s, 1860s? I don't know. Our war score is now at 5 with the Haitians. We are besieging Port-au-Prince, which is Haiti, and have achieved nothing this month. Oh, that's this. Let's try something here. No. Where are the RGD? Here we go. Ciphers. Plunder. Build depot. Can we do that? I don't think so. No. Breach? No. Fire ship attack. Are there enemy ships in the nearby ports? Why can't we do breach? Field redoubts. Land sailors. What's this? Oh, this is Martinique. St. Lucia. Look at that fleet. This guy's locked. Oh well. Spain keeps retreating from battle. It's pretty annoying. I will. Oh. Has Portugal had a chance to reply yet? Acting on free will, Saxony is supporting Great Britain against Switzerland and has declared war. The proposed mutual passage initiated by Prussia has been agreed upon by Russia. State visit, Russia and Austria. Okay, so we've sent the diplomat, but they haven't had a chance to reply yet. Okay. I can agree with that. We've got so much cash. We've got a lot of a lot of conscripts too. Who are these guys? Well, who are they? Why doesn't it tell me? Oh, France. So they're French. Why won't I target them? Well, let's see if we can't put them on all-out assault. Maybe we'll get a skirmish going there. Do we have a... Oh, okay. Wellesley. We're not... These guys aren't very strong. Merchant fleet. F3. Send supplies are all locked still. Supplies. I wonder if I should be doing these to give myself an advantage in certain things. He's still 10 of 11. There we go. What's his weight? 69. That's pretty fucking heavy. Excuse my French. Transport capacity 79. There you go. Let's move here. Oh, one thing I want... Well, I don't want to do it because it brings up the record menu, but Shift Tab brings up a funny little window that I've been noticing every time I did that. And I'm just wondering what it means. Looks like Austria has a pretty good amount of troops. That is a pretty strong formation right there. The Bayerische Armee. I don't know. What is we're at 100 with Austria, 100 with Prussia, minus 100 with Spain. Brunswick 91. Let's get them on our... Let's see if we... How many diplomats do I have? 39. Do I get that many? 40 something a year? Hanover. They're a coalition member. Hessen. The Hessians are... They are pretty, they have some pretty strong troops. Let's propose a state visit. Kingdom of Sicily. I'm using up my diplomats. But I really want to get Portugal. I really want to get as big a coalition as I can get. So let's go ahead. I'm saving this turn. I have 11,000. I have 1,300 conscripts. So let's build some stuff. I don't suppose there's any way for us to buy generals. This is it. Heavy frigate. First rank ship of the line. Flagship. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good stuff right there. 110 gun ship of the line. superior. It probably cost an arm and a leg. Cost 1,191 pounds, 650 conscripts, 830 war supply, and it takes like 13 months or so. Yeah. Let's our Navy outclasses all of them. You could add every single one of them together, and we'd still outclass their Navy. But I just bought a flagship of the line or whatever. So obviously we're going to have a fleet second to none. What is this? Lower Canada, Bengal, Plymouth, London, build and gather unit. What does this mean? Okay. I don't know what that means. Rifles Brigade. 450 conscripts. 458. 462. Let's build a Fusilier. Tame Squadron. What are these? Frigates? Thames Flotilla. What do they do? Transport capacity 30. That's not bad. But are they shallow ships? Passability. Various combat. I don't know if they're seagoing or not, or if they're just tied to rivers and, like inland waterways. But let's go ahead and save this and execute a turn, process a turn. I always say execute turn. It's almost like I'm talking about executing a prisoner or something, but I'm really just meaning process a turn. We have a fairly strong army, and we have absolutely unparalleled navy. That's Great Britain at this time. They were a very strong nation, very, very strong. Napoleon was probably the best commander of the time, but he was eventually defeated. His disastrous campaign in Russia, and then when his complete army was completely attritioned away in Russia, he came back and had a few victories and then lost at Waterloo. So that was definitely one of the turning points of Western civilization, I would think, the Battle of Waterloo. It crushed France's domination of Europe, and probably was the impetus to make Prussia a power again. And eventually the unification of the German states into Germany, because they didn't have a strong France to oppose them, really. I mean, I guess France was still a strong nation, but Prussia did beat them in 1870 or so, 70 Franco-Prussian War. And that was the impetus to create the German state, German Empire, the Second Reich. I was laughing about some people on another forum that I visit. This guy was talking about how weird the assassination of Franz Joseph was in, I guess, 1916. And I replied to that person, and I said, "Are you talking about Franz Ferdinand? Because Franz Joseph lived to 86 years old. You couldn't be talking about him." That was kind of funny. It's kind of funny how people, they know bits and drabs of history, and I know a little bit more than a lot of them, but obviously there's no way you could know it all. It was just funny. I mean, it was kind of humorous at the time. Oh, look at that. That is a complete and utter ass whipping right there. That is Spain, isn't it? That is an ass whipping there. How do I? Oh, there we go. What's this? Oh, switch to detailed battle report. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, this is more like the battle reports I'm used to. This squadron had the wind. The commanding officer unit led the unit well during this round. Our unit's deadly fire routed some enemy elements. Our deadly fire ravaged the enemy ranks. This unit destroyed at least one enemy element this round. Your unit had a high hit probability during this round. So my troops, or my ships, handled themselves very well in this battle. Total power, they're very similar, but then we just literally destroyed them. Nicely done. Oh! We completely destroyed whatever that is. 74 guns, ships of the line. So these are some major ships. 80 gun ship, 74 gun ship, 74 gun ship. Nice. Look at that. That's a nice little prize looking sitting right there, isn't it? Should I do it? Should I go for it? Did I get any national morale out of those battles? I should have. There was some pretty strong battles. Holy crap. 121. That is preliminary bombardment. That was that one thing that I bought with my EPs. Look at that. We beat Spain in 2 naval battles and got 10 national morale points in one and 6 in another. What is the win level 250, defeat level 5? Spain is down to 85. Ottoman is down to 99. That's pretty good. I do have to say that was pretty good. Oh, okay. Some of our troops are now active. What troops? This troop? First defensible, second defensible, and Denny War Battery. Okay. John Moore is now active in reading. He is. Oh, he is. He doesn't have an army, does he? No. Let's get him down here. How heavy is he? 20. And this guy is 69. That's 89. I'm kind of... Whoa. Transport capacity 179. Well, we definitely need you around here. What was that? That sounded like a shot. 54. In the war against Haiti, or the Haitians. Our war score is now at 6. Acting on free will, Saxony is now supporting Russia against Württemberg and has declared war. This proposal sent by us to Austria has agreed upon. So they agreed upon our commercial agreement. They did too. Austria is now an ally of Portugal. Prussia is now an ally of Portugal. Hanover, Saxony, all these expired because I think being a member of the coalition basically just gives us that all together in one. So they're now part of the coalition. So, Kingdom of Sicily. So that's interesting. Richard Strachan. That's not what I wanted. That's not Richard Strachan. Is he a... what? He is... this is him. He did pretty good there. Nicely done there, Mr. Strachan. Nicely done indeed. Now let's bring him back to port and get him. I'm not trying to. Channel Fleet. First Battle Squadron. Jervis. Let's put him on. They don't have... oh, naval interception. I guess... does that mean it's on? I don't know what the little red bar means, or red stripe means through it. Interesting, though. Our morale's 121. France's is down 1. Spain's is down a lot. Ottoman Empire's down 1. I wonder if this is the kind of game that you go to the end of the game and then tally up all your scores and all your victories. And I mean, there is a sudden death related to victory points, but I want to go to the whole game, I think. Well, I'm going to call this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Next time we'll kind of... oh, Armenia has declared war on Russia. Persia has declared war on Russia. What is Russia? Russia has deteriorated to 9 from 10 against us. Well... anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is episode 3, and I will see you next time. Thanks again.